I know. 3 easy steps videos and guy drives around in a car and talks about things videos are pretty 2016. But just go with me, okay? But I wanted to kind of talk about the 3 kind of main overarching steps that I've taken to get where I am. But first, I think let's have a little context about who I am. I've been interested in photography for pretty much as long as I can remember. I've always had an interest in cameras, from like the cool little 110 cameras and 35 millimeters. And so I actually paid my way through college doing wedding photography. And if you know anything about wedding photography, it can be exhausting and draining and sometimes not worth it. So after I graduated from college, I worked in-house for several different companies over the years. Spent 5 years working at a mega church. I spent a year as the marketing director for a street sweeper manufacturer, which it's very hard to make a street sweeper interesting, let me tell you. And then I spent the last 5 years as the marketing director for a tourism bureau for a small town here in Central Oregon. So a few years ago, when we found out that my wife was pregnant with our kiddo, Otis, I kind of decided that I don't really want to be in an office anymore. And I had been out of the photography game for a while at that point, but I went ahead and picked up a little camera and kind of just started figuring out what I liked to take pictures of. And then cut to like 3.5 years later, here I am. So my story there kind of gets to my first step for going full-time with photography, and that is, number 1, to niche down, to find out what you really like shooting and to go after that, for your business at least. And so for me, that was boudoir. And if you don't know what boudoir is an empowering genre of photography for mostly women, but also men and trans folks as well, to kind of celebrate their beauty, celebrate their body, and celebrate where and who they are. And for me, when I was doing wedding photography, always my favorite part of the whole wedding day was getting ready and seeing the bride and the bridesmaids feeling gorgeous and feeling all made up. And for me, that's kind of what boudoir is. It's the fun parts of what I would do when I was doing wedding photography. Now, of course, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't experiment with other types of photography. You should. You should know how to do as much as you can. You should always be learning. But for your business, you really need to narrow down what it is that you want to shoot day to day, and then you can find the audience and the clientele for that type of photography. So again, step 1 is to niche down and get as specific as you can with the type of photography that you want to sell. If you want to make the creative arts your career, you gotta be good, right? You got to have an actual quality product that you can sell and that will make your clients happy. So practice every day, all day. Once you've found your niche and what you want to take pictures of that as often as you can. Being a creative means that you are learning new things. You're figuring out how to solve problems creatively. So learn from whoever you can, wherever you can. Watch a million YouTube videos like this. That's probably what you're doing right now. Use social media, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you can find input from other creatives. And if your work in any way involves people, human subjects, learn to practice radical empathy. Feel for what your subjects feel. Humanize your subjects, humanize your work. Even if it's not something that's human that you're doing pictures of, humanize it. Because at our core, we are emotional beings. And what's going to resonate most emotionally is when you most empathetically view your subjects. So I think step 3 is the hardest to do, and that is to learn business. And actually the business side of it is something that you do need to be thinking out the whole time, because a lot of photographers will start out doing free shoots. Is that something you want to do? Is that something you want to invest your energy in? How long do you want to do that? That's something to really think about early and soon, is how long do you want to do free shoots and with whom? Another thing to remember is to form your business, like the legal entity of your business, as soon as you can. That way you can get your tax ID number, you can actually start paying your taxes, which you don't want to wait until the end of the year to do. And then just as you work with a client and you're shooting, network with those people. Get those people to give you a good reference. Get those people to give you a review online. Use that and leverage those connections to network with other potential clients. Because networking is really important, and it sucks and it's awkward a lot of the time, but it's really, really important to do. As soon as you're able to, start saving some of the money that you make from your photography. Save as much as you can, have at least a few months saved up so that you can quit your job. And when you go to quit your job, make sure that you do it in a way that you're not burning any bridges. Who knows, you could turn your day job into a client. So those are my 3 steps on how you can take your photography full-time. Do you think I missed any? Let me know in the comments below. I know it's a lot more complicated than I made it to be. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments below and maybe I'll make a video about it too. And check out the links in the description of this video. You can follow me on TikTok where I'm most active. You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow my Patreon. We have a lot of fun stuff going on over there. So thanks for watching and we will see you next time.